Valley. Donna, Dolan, and Sophia are here. Good morning to you both.
Good morning.
And welcome.
Good
Very
morning,
psyched to have
Kelly.
you guys here.
Yes, thank you.
Let's talk about what Tin Mountain does. Donna, you want to tackle that one?
I'll be glad to. Let's start off with our mission, which is to promote an appreciation of the environment for families in the community as well as adults. And our programs are in the schools. There are also outdoor programs. Last night, for instance, we had a live beaver coming to Tin Mountain. Thank you to Squam Lake for that. We also have eco forums for people who work and can only take a lunch break.
Right.
And we have adult courses. And we have a wonderful nature learning center on Bald Hill Road in Albany, which is open to the public. Our trails are open year round, all season.
And how many acreage? How much acreage?
140 acres.
140 acres.
Yes, at the center. And we have another 1,000 acres on a property in Freiburg, which is also open for hiking and trails.
Amazing.
Yes.
Now the building itself is quite an amazing building, and when I build my house I want to model it after what you guys did because you were so smart about designing this building. Northern windows are small, the southern windows are big to allow the sun to come in, solar heating, all these great things that kind of tie into your mission statement you guys did when you built this lodge.
It's a net zero building. It was built by local carpenters using natural materials. There's 19 different species of wood.
And beautiful.
Yes, and beautiful. So you can use local materials, local carpenters. And as you said, it is an energy efficient, state-of-the-art building, which is a model of for people who could build their own homes. We just recently had an energy workshop. We expanded our mission to include energy and research. We have summer interns in the summer who are doing some fabulous projects. So thank you for mentioning that.
Are you kidding? I love that building, and I just want to put a plug out there as well that they're going to be open for weddings too. You guys are doing weddings there, which would be an amazing place to have it because it's close to town, yet you have this beautiful acreage there in the building, and people are kind of a little secluded, so you can have a great party.
It's so true, and it's affordable. And all the information that we're talking about is online at tinmountain.org.
Okay.
And we do also rent it out for special occasions. So if you want to have a work party or Christmas party, or something in the spring for a birthday
Little White
party.
Mountains television.
If you have a young a child like I have a granddaughter, and you can have birthday parties there too. So it's really it's a great location.
Great. Yeah. Well, Sophia, let's talk about your connection with Tin Mountain. What kind of attracted you to Tin Mountain? What do you like about it?
I really like having all of the nature around me instead of just staying inside and playing video games.
Right. It's kind of easy to do that sometimes, isn't it? Yeah. You just kind of get, clustered up in there, and the video games are fun, but I'm telling you, I know I have two boys, one about your age, that when they're outside, they love it. And they might even fight it at first, but once they're outside, they don't want to come back in. I mean, especially in the wintertime, there's so much to do with the snow, and in the summertime, though, the flowers come out. Now, what's your favorite thing to see in the summertime around Tin Mountain?
It's a hard question.
What kind of animal do you like to see? Let's start there.
I like to see all the bumblebees coming and pollinating, so we can go to the store and get some honey, and that's when everything comes back in the summer. It
kind of comes around, doesn't it? Oh, I love the honey, and I'm sure that all the, do you guys do tapping of the maple trees and stuff like that for sugar?
We do not. However, sometimes we do have programs where, we have a first season auction coming up, and the day after is the maple sugaring day in the valley. So,
really? Okay.
Yeah. So all the maple sugar houses are open, and John Weston, for instance, Weston's Farms, they'll be open the day after our auction, and they're donating to our auction maple syrup. So.
Well, let's talk about this auction. What does it benefit? How does it work? How do people get in on it?
All right, the event's March 23rd. We have over 370 people signed up already, so we do have 50 seats available if you're interested. You do have to call and reserve a spot. It's payment in advance. And it's fabulous. The food is great. Judge Cleveland is the auctioneer. We have 9 live items, and we have
live.
Well,
it goes
live
with
auction.
George.
You have to put you actually goes on stage. You have to bid on it live.
So,
but we also have over 370 silent items.
Wow.
So it just shows the support that we have in our community for our local businesses, which I totally appreciate, as well as our sponsors. If you go online on the front page of our website, on the side decide, click on first season, and it will mention all our sponsors. I was on here just recently mentioning everybody, but definitely there's links to every one of their sites.
And support the organizations that give back to the community, because Tin Mountain is instrumental. You guys go into the schools, which was in the papers just recently as well, with funding and stuff like that. And it's like we got to keep you guys in there, because it's so important to get kids like Sophia, that they can recognize that it's important to get outside.
And I would, now that you're on the topic, I would like to say in April for the SAU 9 Conway Elementary Schools, it's an easy vote to go in and decide on the warrant article number 14 if you decide to have us on or not. The cost of the programs are $24,000. Tin Mountain raises $12,000 of that through programs like the first season auction, and Sophia will tell you a little bit about that if we have enough time.
Sure.
But we're only asking for $12,000 for half of that for the town to raise, which is the cost of 1 cup of coffee per household, or a health food drink. And so it's a minimal cost for something that has an amazing impact, as Sophia said, getting children outside, learning about nature in the process. We have Project Kite in the schools with kids in the environment, and they teach wetlands.
So much fun, the frogs and the tadpoles and stuff like that. Now, Sophia, how long have you been? Now, I heard, rumor has it, you're a fairy. Is that correct?
Correct.
Now, what does that involve? What do you do as a fairy, and how long have you been a fairy?
I've been a fairy for 2 years.
For 2 years. And what do you do?
Well, we raise money for Tin Mountain and for camp scholarships.
Now let's talk about the camps. Have you been to the camps? Which ones have you done?
Oh, I've done Nature Nuts, Peaks and Paddles, Stones and Bones.
Wow. You've done quite a few.
Yeah.
Now, what has been your favorite so far? Which camp?
I'd say Nature Nuts, because we went to this really cool house in the woods, and it's like surrounded by nature, and you can pick raspberries because they have their own garden, and then. So
someone actually lives in this house? Or is it kind of an abandoned house?
I think it's more of an abandoned house, but it's really pretty, and they fixed it all up, so it's really nice inside.
And you get to pick raspberries and blackberries and eat them?
Yeah.
Oh, I'd be so in on that one too. I don't blame you for picking that one, because I know I like to do that on my property too. They're so tasty when they're out there.
Yeah.
So Donna, tell me a little bit more about the camps and how many kids can get on these camps. When do they start? How do they get registered?
Okay, our camp catalog right now is online. On the front page, you'll say click on this link. We also are printing them out if you'd like to have a hard copy.
Okay.
Our camps are for ages 4 through 16. And they start off with kinder camp for the 4-year-olds, which is a half-day camp. And have your sons been to camp?
They have. They actually have. They've done, I can't remember the names of which ones, but I know we've done a lot of the Nature Nut type stuff. But yes, they both have been involved in the
We have bug camp, and as they get a little bit older, it's from 8 to 3, and there's a lunch break, and they get exposed to overnight camping, setting up a tent, sleeping over.
Kayaking, that sort of thing.
And as they get older, yes, exactly, they have Peaks and Paddles and Canoe Voyageurs that gets them out for 3 days, 4 days hiking, out on the lakes, and they camp out for 3 nights, 4 nights. And then when they get a lot older, they climb the top of Mount Washington.
Wow.
And this year is a new program on Thursdays. They children ages 13 to 16, 1 day a week, can choose to climb the 4,000 footers. And yes, which is really exciting. And they can also, this year, canoe with their families. We have a 1-day special. Go online, all the camp descriptions are already up there. It's fabulous, and it really is fun. It creates good friendships. Would you say that?
Have you met some cool people through camps?
I meet a lot of a lot of new friends, and I tell a lot of my friends that Dolan is a great place.
Good.
And they usually come.
Oh, good.
And that's
well, you're a great ambassador for Tin Mountain then, huh? The ambassador fairy.
Yeah.
Well, you couldn't be cuter.
And I do want to say we do have camp scholarships. One thing that Tin Mountain is proud of, we make everything affordable. Our nature programs, thanks to LL Bean and the Armington Fund. Our cost is still only $3 per person is a donation. So if someone cannot afford it, they can definitely still come. Our camps are the same. We want to make sure that all local children have the ability to go outside.
Right.
So if you feel that the price is prohibitive, just apply for a scholarship. Sophia, in 2 more weeks, will be on stage with George Cleveland.
Yay.
And she will be up there talking about camp, and she will help to raise, last year we raised $3,000 at the auction
job,
itself.
Sophia.
For,
Nice
just
job.
for camp scholarships. So.
Well, wonderful. Okay, so
Yes,
we got
thank
to
you.
vote in on the warrant article 14.
Absolutely.
That's important.
Very
Online
important.
at tinmountain.org for more information about the summer camps. And of course, you have the Hill Climb's full. Is still looking for volunteers. That's
Absolutely.
a huge fundraiser for
Huge.
you guys.
And we have over 100 volunteers. The race is full. It's really exciting. It's in August, and we also have a century ride for, this is outside television for all you healthy
That's right.
people who like to
100
go on your
miles.
bikes. Again, you like the outdoors too, and we have a wonderful century ride, 100 miles, 80 and 40 for those who may not be up to the whole 100. Though I have to say, it's really one of the most challenging
I can
century rides
imagine
around.
just staying in the saddle that
Yes.
long would be tough.
Yeah, absolutely. So again, more information is online, and we'd love to hear from you. Give us a call.
Good.
We'll tell you all about our programs. And we'd love,
447-6991.
yes, and we're always a welcoming member. So
Well,
yes,
wonderful. Well,
thank
Donna,
you.
Sophia,
Thank you, Kelly.
job. All right, thank you, ladies.
Thank you,
All right,
Kelly.
folks, we have to take a quick break. More to come here on White Mountains Today.